What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a minute, but we are back on the 59 here. So in this video, I'm trying to gear up everything to get this front end on. I didn't want to get started on it until I put my pulley kit on, because trying to do that with the fenders on and everything is kind of a hassle. And right now everything's wide open. So today is Christmas Eve, and I did get my CVF kit. Dropped off this morning. So I want to go ahead and get this on so I can move forward with the front end. Now, what I have been doing is cutting and buffing this car, and it's been a lot of work. Let's just say that. This clear, when I painted the car, we put 3 coats of clear on it, and then it cured for about 6 months. And then I sanded the whole thing with 600 grit, put another 3 coats on it, and then that sat for probably another 6 months. And then I decided to cut and buff the car, and my goodness, this clear was hard. It was really, really hard. I had started everything with 1000 grit, and man, I went through a lot of 1000 grit. On the last parts, I just went ahead and did 800 grit to start with, and that did speed up the process. But the paint is flat, really flat, absolute mirror finish. I'm really happy with the outcome. It does have some compound on it. I don't know if you can see it because I've been buffing in here. These past couple of days I've been buffing on the fenders. But you can see the paint there, it's extremely flat, all of it. But it was a whole lot of work, I was able to get my door handle on this side. I did the side first. I got my Impala script on. And my base for the spotlight here, I still need to make a hole for that. Actually, no, I already made the hole. I need to just put the nut and bolt there. You see the finish? I mean, that thing is really flat. I just finished this fender yesterday, and I put my spears on. These are restored spears. I actually got those in a trade. They're not my original spears, but all the rest of the trim is original to the car. But these things fit excellent, and the paint came out really nice, or the wet sand and buff process. And I'll tell you, I guess because the clear sat so long, you know, curing, it was hard like a rock. So, you know, it had a little bit of texture to it. Man, and I would block it down with 1000 grit, and it was barely getting it out. So I had to hit it with 800. That 800 really made the difference, and it sped up the process. I don't know how good the camera's gonna pick this up, but this thing is flat. It is an absolute mirror finish. This thing is a beast because it's so huge. Not easy on my back, but it's done. I can go ahead and start assembling this thing. So y'all did see the video of when I did the dash and all that, so all that's done. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this CVF kit. I did help, I think Fredo and Bobby with theirs. I don't know if I helped Kenny with his, the Lone Star, but I might have. I don't remember. It's been a while. But it's pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot to it. The pieces are pretty big, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these boxes open and lay it out right here on the table so we can get started. Here it is. They really do mean all inclusive. Everything looks pretty good. Alternators in the box over there. All right, looks like I have to assemble this first to get everything on. So I'll run y'all through the whole sequence of everything. I kind of have to relearn this again. So I'll bring y'all back. So here's the first step. This is one big chunk right here. It uses 6 bolts right there. And then in between the water pump and this bracket, there's 6 spacers. They're the only 6 spacers that come in the whole thing, so you really can't confuse them. And then these bolts are extra long, and there's only 6 of them also. This back piece, this indentation goes right here to leave space for the timing chain cover. And it does come with 2 plugs for the water temperature right here. So depending on your harness, you can use the left or the right side. I believe the harnesses that we've bought recently are on the right side, but you know, we'll see. It does come with the plugs, which is good. So that's the first step. There's a gasket in between here, and then there's gonna be another original stock style gasket in the back. So I cleaned the mating surface. I just took the tape off. Tape's been there for a while, so I had to clean it up. So it's nice and smooth now. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount that. Okay, so this is on. That was really easy. Nothing to it really. Just like removing any other water pump. They use the Gen 4 water pumps, the Gen 4 LS water pumps. Those are nice. I've never had any issues with those. So yeah, that was a big step right there. So following the instructions here, it says install alternator and then install compressor. So let me get that done. Okay, this is where we're at so far. Got the AC compressor on. Alternator on. The bottom bolt uses a lock nut here. Top one doesn't have nothing. This is just one bolt all the way through. You can kind of see it. I am gonna add a lock nut to this. It's just hanging out too far. Pulley is on. Get these on. I'm missing 2 Allen bolts that go here for the cover, but I'm gonna go through the boxes right now. It's probably in one of the boxes. If not, I should have some. The tensioner also uses, this is a 3-inch bolt. It uses a lock nut as well. Pretty straightforward. I mean, there's nothing complicated so far. Everything is just falling right in place per the instructions. Got the covers on, Pretty easy so far. So now I'm gonna do the power steering and then we'll move on to the bottom one. So this is an original balancer, and what it calls for this is just to remove this nut, add the adapter, put in the new nut, new washer, and then put your cover on. Pretty simple. So I have a 1/2-inch impact I'm gonna use for this because I know this thing is really tight. All right, so we're back. I did find the 2 Allen bolts for the cover, so I got that on. I wanted to show you guys the hub before putting the pulley on. So again, all you have to do for this was take out the original nut, which was quite the challenge. That thing had a whole bunch of Loctite on it, and I was hitting it with the 1/2-inch M18, and man, it wasn't budging at all. So it didn't budge until I actually put some heat to it. Here's the original nut, and you can see it was just packed with Loctite on the back of it. Nothing on the threads, it was just here. So the kit does come with a new nut. You're not supposed to reuse these. And this is the heat gun that I used. I don't have a torch, so I just pretty much left it like this for about a minute on high, and then I went back to zip it off, and it came right off. So tech tip right there, if it's not budging, just put a little bit of heat to it and it'll come out. So here it is. It's already torqued, 36 foot-pounds. It's a new nut. I just wanted to show you the hub before I put on the pulley. Here is the pulley. It sits on nice. Boom, and then you put your cover over it. So let me get this on and the belt, and that should be it. And I'll bring y'all back. There it is, all finished. I didn't explain nothing on the power steering pump, but there's really nothing to it. It just has these two bolts right there. This pretty much just kind of slides on. I opted for the attached reservoir. They do offer remote reservoirs where you run your lines to a small tank, but to me that causes more clutter, and I really don't want nothing on my fender wheels, so that's why I went with this one. Man, I would say the biggest thing, or the hardest thing for me with this whole thing, was getting this bolt out of the balancer. That thing really gave me hell. Outside of that, everything was pretty easy. And it looks great. Gives everything, you know, like a contrast. I do have the polished valve covers, the polished oil pan, and the polished motor mounts. So it looks good. I like it. I think that's a wrap for this video. Coming up next, let me see, what am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna put my glass in and then polish some stainless. But today's project, I'm going to be base coating, clear coating the core support and the fender wells. Then after that, I can work on those other things I mentioned, the glass and polishing stainless and putting this thing back together. So appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more work. We'll catch you on the next one.